Now let's talk about the cost and expenses. So if you go to public university, the government universities in New Zealand, they would charge you somewhere between 3.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees a year for studying there. So that's costly, I know that, but it's not that much costly as what we have in India, because in India also private universities do charge somewhere around 4 to 5 lakh rupees per annum. Second would be New Zealand Excellence Awards. Now this scholarship is again a very famous scholarship there in New Zealand. Here Indian students have a chance to study in New Zealand, undergraduate, postgraduate, both of them are allowed. You will get around 5 lakh rupees, just that amount, which is the fees of a government university in New Zealand. So that much amount you will be getting. Namaskar, Adab, Shastra Akal और खुशामदीद. Very good evening to all of you people. This is the Master Teacher Harsh PM, who is going to talk about that if you want to study in New Zealand, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges, what are the pros and cons, what will be the cost associated to it, what would be the opportunity associated to it. So each and everything I am going to talk about in this video in today's session. So stay with me till the last of this video. This video is going to be a very informative video, to the point, crisp video, and it will save a lot of your time and a lot of your money before going to that country, if you are deciding to get into that country. Okay, so let's get into the video without wasting much further time. If you have yet not subscribed to the channel, I would request you to kindly subscribe to this channel so that you can keep on getting videos like this. Okay, so let's start with New Zealand. Quite a beautiful place. In fact, it's a coastal country just nearby the sea, and it's a very beautiful country. I must say, it's a very beautiful country, peaceful country, small country, much smaller than India. Now here in this country, the capital of this country is Wellington. Now, the most commonly spoken language here is English. That's a good part. Although there is one more common language, that is Maori. Maori is a community there in New Zealand who are the indigenous community of New Zealand, the original community. And that community constitute a good part of New Zealand, and hence this language is also very common there. The currency there is NZD, New Zealand dollar, and which is around 50 rupees, 50 Indian rupees. So the currency there is stronger than India. Now moving forward, distance of New Zealand from India is around 12,000 kilometers, which is quite far. It takes almost 14 to 15 hours on a flight from India to reach to New Zealand. The time zone in New Zealand is 6.5 hours ahead of India. So whatever the time right now here is in India, you will have to add 6.5 hours in that to get the timing of New Zealand. Thereafter, this is a news snippet with which I would like to start this. So there is a 26% surge which New Zealand has recorded in its international student enrollment. So year on year, New Zealand is reporting high demand in the student community, and more number of students are coming from across the globe to New Zealand. Now, this 26% increase is on a month-on-month, like 6% more than the previous enrollments, and that's over total of 73,000 students enrolled in 2024. Now, the good part is that India is the second largest community there of international students. So, Indian students, 17% of all international students in New Zealand are Indians, which is the second highest. So, first highest most likely would be China, if I am not wrong. So, that gives you again a strong sense of security that you will be having your Indian diaspora community, Indian community would be there. First part, and second part would be that New Zealand is being a very popular destination. A lot of people are choosing New Zealand these days because countries like USA, Canada and UK, it's becoming tough to go to these countries, especially US and Canada. It's getting very tough, although UK has still opened its border for international students, but in US, Canada, it's really tough, and that's why people are finding alternate opportunities. And New Zealand is coming out as a very good alternate opportunity, mostly because of the language being the common language, that English is the common language there. Fine. Moving forward, now let's talk about the cost and expenses. So if you go to public university, the government universities in New Zealand, they would charge you somewhere between 3.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees a year for studying there. So that's costly, I know that, but it's not that much costly as what we have in India, because in India also Private universities do charge somewhere around 4 to 5 lakh rupees per annum. So you take Thapar Institute, Thapar University, you take JP Institute, and there are many more, like even BITS Pilani, they charge you somewhere around 5 to 6 lakh rupees a year. So what I'm trying to say, that costing is not that high if you get a public university. It's almost similar to Indian private universities. Now, private university there charge a lot, which is around 10 to 12 lakh rupees, 10 to 12 lakh rupees per annum, which is on a very higher side. But if you get a government college, that's very good. Like you'll end up in having an engineering at the same cost what you have in India. Now, moving forward, let's talk about the living expense, and that's on a higher side, because either way, New Zealand has a better economy compared to India. Now, here the living cost is somewhere around 65,000 rupees to 1.5 lakh rupees per month, depending on your lifestyle. So, if I take a lump sum middle figure, it would be somewhere around 1 lakh rupees per month. 1 lakh rupees per month. This much would be required by you for staying there. And this would be this would be having accommodation, food charges, and transportation. Cool. Now, moving forward, how much would you be able to earn in New Zealand while you are studying? So, most of the students do take care of your expenses while working part-time. So, if you work there part-time, the rule says that you will be able to work 20 hours a week. Based on that, you will be earning somewhere around 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees a month, which would be just sufficient to bear your own living expenses in New Zealand. This much would be required. So, you need to work part-time there to actually take care of your own living expenses. But still, the education expense has not been covered. So, there are two methodologies to actually cover the expenses. I'll talk about it later. First, let's talk about the top universities of New Zealand. So, top universities, the first being University of Auckland. This has got a QS World ranking of 65. University of Otago 214, University of Waikato 235, 239 is Massey University, 244 Victoria University of Wellington, 261 University of Canterbury, 371 Lincoln University, and 412 Auckland University of Technology. Cool. So, these are the top universities of New Zealand. Now, so I was talking about that if you have to study there, you need to take care of your educational expenses, and for that you would be needing scholarships. So, either you get a scholarship or you manage it on your own, privately funded. So, or otherwise you can go for a loan. So, these three options are available here. Now, in scholarships, so there is a scholarship, New Zealand Excellence Awards, which gives every year 35 Indian students get the opportunity to get this scholarship, in which the fields which are covered is business, fashion, STEM related program like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, here engineering is covered. Now, here you can get this into this 35 scholarship, and this is available for undergraduate, graduates, and postgraduate. So, again, the fight is a little stiffer, but this is the first type of scholarship where your entire education would be covered. Second would be New Zealand Excellence Awards. Now, this scholarship is again a very famous scholarship there in New Zealand. Here, Indian students have a chance to study in New Zealand, undergraduate, postgraduate, both of them are allowed. You will get around 5 lakh rupees, just that amount, which is the fees of a government university in New Zealand. So, that much amount you will be getting. But the catch here is that you will be getting this only for the first year. Fees for the first year of study. From second year onward, you will have to manage on your own. So, here you need to see that whether you will be able to manage it on your own or not. Fine. Now, moving forward, next is University of Auckland scholarship, and like this there are many other scholarships. So, every university do have their own scholarship, but these two scholarships were common scholarship applicable to any university. But now, moving forward, every university do have their own scholarship program as well. So, University of Auckland has a scholarship program where you will get somewhere around 2.5 lakh rupees, and this would cover your first year tuition fees for undergraduate students, and for postgraduate it's 3.5 lakh rupees, which is the fees of this university. Now, you must be an international student from India, Pakistan, or Southeast Asian countries. Fine. There are many more other scholarships as well, which I have not covered here because covering all of them is not practically possible. I have kept the link of those scholarships in the description box. You can check out from there. Now, let's talk about admission requirements. So, what are the admission requirements that would be required there while you are going there? So, first of all, you need to secure a 60% above marks in your most college and universities require a minimum 60% or above in your 12th board examination. Okay, that is your last school or last university wherever you have passed. Student must have completed their higher secondary like 12th and you should submit IELTS or TOEFL. So they do require IELTS or TOEFL examination marks. So most of the universities do have an IELTS requirement of 6 and above. Someone have 5.5 also, but they need at least 6 and above requirement in IELTS examination. And the good part is that on this channel only, we are giving you IELTS classes as well. So Ashmita ma'am is there and she is outstandingly great in English. I have seen her talking in English and teaching English. So she is an absolutely great great teacher. You can just attend her classes and you will be very easily get on the top of IELTS examination. So she is giving classes on this channel itself. You can watch her lectures. Now moving forward, how much would be the salary? So once you clear this IELTS examination, you're going there, you're studying there. So next the main question comes that what would be the average salary? So average salary in different sectors in New Zealand. So if you go to banking and financial, it's somewhere around 53 lakh rupees per annum. Now, if you go to management and consulting, same something around 53 lakh rupees per annum. That's the national average. You might get higher, you might get lower. Depends on your own credibility. Then engineering has a annual national average of 52 lakh rupees per annum. So mostly in most of the departments, it's around 52 lakh rupees. Roughly, you will be getting more than 4 lakh rupees or around 4 lakh rupees in hand. And just now in the starting, we had seen that New Zealand has a cost of living of somewhere around 60 or 60,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees. So even if I take the highest part, that you will be spending 1.5 lakh rupees per month staying there and having food and meals and accommodation and transportation. So still, if you are getting 4 lakh rupees in your hand, that's an average salary, and you are spending on the higher side, in fact the highest side, you'll still be able to save somewhere around 2.5 lakh rupees. If not 2.5, then at least 2 lakh rupees per month. And that's a great deal, isn't it? So that's the scenario here in this country. Now moving forward, what are the visa requirements? So visa requirements simply needs valid passport, offer letter. You should have an offer letter from the college. You need to show the evidence of the paid tuition fees. There you need to show the return travel tickets, that once you are going to the country, you will return back also. Medical certificates, police clearance certificates, that you don't have any police case going on in India. Thereafter, you need to show the proof of funds also in your account, which every country needs. So proof of funds here is 10 lakh rupees per year. So if you are going there for a course of 4 years, you need to show them 40 lakh rupees in your account. If you are going there for a postgraduate course like of 2 years, you need to show them 20 lakh rupees. So 10 lakh rupees per year would be required. Okay. Now, what are the taxation policies? So you will be earning there, we have seen just now 52 lakh rupees, around that. So on 52 lakh rupees, how much you will have to pay to the government? So in the taxation policy, it's around, so if your salary is in 52 lakh rupees range, which is above 40 and below 91. So you will be falling in the tax rate of 33%. So 33, like from 40 till 52, 12 lakh rupees would be charged at 33%. So 12 lakh 33% means 1/3, that is 4 lakh rupees. So 4 lakh rupees would be there, and then up to 40 lakh rupees. So 27 to 40. 27 to 40, that is roughly 13 or 12 lakh rupees. For this 12 lakh rupees, you'll have to spend somewhere around 30%. So 12 lakh rupees, 30%, again 3.6 lakh rupees. So taxations are on a little higher side in New Zealand. I would not deny that. And then again the 17.5 and then 10.5. So you would end up somewhere around what I am able to find from here, 7.6, like 10 to 12 lakh rupees minimum. So if you, out of 52 lakh rupees, if you spend 12 lakh rupees on the taxation part, you will be remaining with 40 lakh rupees. So now you would be getting somewhere around 3.5 lakh rupees. So in 3.5 lakh rupees, roughly 1.5 lakh rupees is your expense, staying expense. Remaining 2 lakh rupees, around that, you will be having as saving, or probably you will be spending, whatever. But then now here you need to take a call whether you want to go to this country or not, because taxations are not that great, because we have countries in the world which have zero taxation policies, like Dubai, Saudi Arabia. So these countries do not have any tax at all. But whether you want to go to these countries or not, or whether you want to go to an English country, that's your call. Taxations might not worry you or might worry you. It depends on you. Fine. Although I have my own team which can help you with all these such problems and discussions and doubts. So my team, who does this entire research, has a very deep knowledge, very deep understanding of studying abroad, and has a vast knowledge about it. So if you have any doubt or you need any help on this, you can get that help absolutely free of cost. There is a link in the description box. In that description box, once you click on that link, just fill your details and your questions. You'll get a call from my team that roughly takes 24 to 48 hours because we do have a very high call volume. So you'll get a call within 24 hours to 48 hours and they will ask all your doubts, clear all your doubts, and thereafter you can take your call whether you have to go or not. If you have to go, thereafter you can even ask for some more help, like some professional help like resume writing, SOP writing, LOR writing, something of that sort. They would be able to help you. Okay, fine. So ladies and gentlemen, that was all for this session. I hope you loved and enjoyed the session. If that is the case, do let me know in the comment box. And if you need any other further video, do let me know that also in the comment box. With this, it's time to say goodbye. See you all in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Good night.